Virgo, welcome to your end of April 2017 general tarot update. It's Rena here. So before I lay out the cards, I just want to tell you about a few things that are happening at the end of the month. Well, beginning on April 9th, we're having a Mercury retrograde in the sign of Taurus. This is important in that Taurus figures in for your particular influences quite a bit in the 9th house. That's the house that it represents for you, which is higher learning, and it is foreign travel. It is anything to do with your philosophical framework, and that includes like spiritual beliefs. So with Mercury going backwards in this house, you're going to be like going over those types of issues in some fashion. And eventually on the 21st, Mercury goes back into Aries, so that's your 8th house. So that could be dealing with issues surrounding inheritances, other people's money. Maybe there's a spouse's income that you have to put in some paperwork. Of course, with the Mercury retrograde, they say don't sign contracts, but whatever, you might have to do something, I don't know. But you might be thinking about something related to money that is not money that you earn for some reason. So that could be the review for you. Also, mid-month, Venus goes direct in Pisces, which is your opposite house. So that's your 7th house of committed partnership. So some Virgos may see some kind of status shift in their committed partnership, their marriage or equivalent relationship. I'm sure that some of you have already been dealing with that at the time of this recording, which is April 2nd. So we shall see, won't we? Oh yeah, and then you're going to have a new moon in that 9th house at the end of the month on April 26th in Taurus. So that will be affecting the areas that I mentioned concerning higher education, foreign travel, new beginnings in these areas, and how you think about life, your philosophy. And this is a general reading, so this encompasses any area of your life. Okay, well, I'm going to pick both of these cards because they came out at the same time. So we will see. Oops. It's funny that I've been getting these reversed cards. I haven't gotten reversed cards in a long time. This one I will be reading as a reverse card because it's a challenge position. Okay. Another reverse card. And I think I made a point of putting it upright in the deck, so that's kind of interesting. Okay. So the overall theme is the Knight of Pentacles. This could simply mean that you are working very diligently. When I see this card, I think of somebody who is specifically on a mission to pile up as much money as they can. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they are in love with their career. When you see pentacles, there's practical considerations being made. If I had seen the Knight of Wands, I might have thought of somebody who was really just so excited about their career. Because, the Wands are more about your own endeavors and also just that sense of excitement. This is practicality. This is money. You're talking about pentacles. So it's all about somebody who is very consistent in their work habits and very focused. This card specifically connects with Taurus. So if there's a Taurus person, but it was funny, I always saw it as Capricorn, and then I read that it could also be Capricorn. And the other earth sign is you, so That could even be a facet of you, obviously. But it could be somebody else. Maybe if this is a private affair, I'm talking about a romance. Not talking about it has to be like a hidden romance, but if it's in your private life, it could involve somebody who is an earth sign that is, and maybe under the age of 40. In the past tense, we have the Knight or the King of Swords reversed. This could be showing that maybe you were working under somebody who was verbally cruel, who tried to cut you down to size. This person could have been abusive, and if it's somebody in your private life, they could have used their words as weapons to try to make you feel less than. This could be specifically somebody under the sign of Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or they have it prominent in their chart. And of course, somebody with any of those signs would be able to find the choice words to really do something like that. So if this was a work situation, you may be in the mindset of trying to get away from this person, and you just are, it's like nose to the grindstone. You're just trying to, maybe you've given yourself a certain amount of time that you're willing to put up with it, and then you're going to be out of there. In your private life, it may have been that this was a person that you were with. Maybe this was a long-term partner, and you have met somebody. It could be somebody younger than you, the Knight, and they are much more down to earth and not, they're just practical. They're not like an abusive type of person. They're not trying to get in your head, because the Knight, I could see the King of Swords trying to get inside your head. That's what a lot of that kind of abusive talk is all about anyhow. It's a way to throw you off your balance so that you're constantly questioning yourself and you're constantly defending yourself. And when you're in those positions, you're not in a state where you are self-empowered. You're in a state where you are very insecure, and that makes you more susceptible to somebody else's negativity. What is happening right now? We have the Magician card, which I really love, and the Devil card. So let me start with the Devil card, which I find it interesting that these came out together, because the Devil, they're both major arcana cards, and so they exert a wider influence because of that. The Devil card connects to any kind of excessive materialism, or this could be any kind of feeling that you have of oppression, of feeling like you're trapped in a situation. But you could call it like an addiction. In some cases, there may be that for some people, but I think in the context of like a work situation, it would be, especially with that Knight of Pentacles, that the money is really good, and so you're staying there for the money while you're getting degraded. And personally, if you are like the Knight of Pentacles and you have made up in your mind that you are only staying X amount of time, then I don't really have a problem with that, as long as you stick with it. Because if you know something is an unhealthy environment and you're kind of willing to tolerate it temporarily so that you can experience the making your money and being able to maybe support yourself while you start your own business or what have you, or look for something more suitable, then that's okay to me because you know in your mind you're going to leave. The most problematic people are the ones that stay. They have Stockholm syndrome and they just stay there indefinitely because they start to identify with their captors and they start to believe the lies about them. But it could be like if this is maybe you're having an affair with your boss. And that is because sometimes it can be related to sexuality as well. Or in your private life, if you are, I was thinking that. I wonder if I didn't even consider that at first, that you're having some sort of affair with somebody who's your superior, and still trying to maintain that job. The other possibility is that it's with a person, maybe you're married to a person who is abusive verbally, but you don't want to upset the apple cart financially. You want the trappings of that lifestyle. And so you're willing to endure that. Well, that's up to you, but some things are not worth the accompanying degradation. Along with that, though, I really love this card, the Magician. The Magician is utilizing whatever they have right now to accomplish their dreams. So in other words, they're not waiting for the perfect moment to do whatever it is that they want to do. And this is important because sometimes people fool themselves into staying in a situation that they have no real intention of leaving, because they say, well, the economy, look at that, and what would I do? And they basically lie to themselves, or they play small. They don't consider the fact that they might be able to do something more, and they're willing to settle for less. I certainly don't think that people should not get paid what they deserve, but I think what's even worse is when you get treated like you are inferior. If somebody treats you like gold and they pay you minimum wage, you might not stay there very long, but at least you won't feel like you're, being completely dissed. Just financially dissed, which is, something, nothing to sneeze at, but still. And so the Magician card is basically a card of self-empowerment, first and foremost. So whatever you're dealing with at the moment that makes you not take that next step, the Magician card is saying that you have to be resourceful, but it's a law of attraction card too. I think it's more of an invisible thing. It's not just what the Magician has as his ingredients, but also from the divine realm, what he can, because after all, no magician is worth his salt that can't kind of conjure something from thin air, right? So that's really where it's at, as far as I'm concerned, where you bring into manifestation something that wasn't there a little while ago. The higher message is the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory, of being recognized for something. This could be simply saying on the spiritual level that this is your birthright, that you're meant to be praised, you're meant to get accolades. Virgo is the opposite sign of Pisces. I was reading this thing. We always associate Pisces with being a martyr and not Virgo. But I was reading this thing, and I can't remember where I was reading it because I read a gazillion things, and they were saying some of the same attributes for Virgo, and it all clicked in for me because I have a moon in Virgo. I have like 2 outer planets in Virgo. Virgo does have a lot of those tendencies as well. With Virgo, they don't complain about it as much as Pisces. Pisces tends to be more, emo about their martyrdom. And Virgo is more of that servant energy, which it actually is, being the ruler of the 6th house. It just like gets down to business, being an earth sign. But it can be a doormat. And it's easy when you get treated like a doormat to start to believe in it, you know, Stockholm syndrome. Start to believe in the people who are abusing you. So this is a card that's the exact opposite of that. This is kind of like almost like, I get like a Leo vibe from this card, of just your place in the sun, taking your bow, and something extremely positive. So this is in your, what do they call that? Your vortex, your vibrational escrow, according to Abraham Hicks. This is waiting for you when you decide that you're deserving of it. What crosses you is the 6 of Swords. This is a card of not being able to leave for some reason. So whether it's a work situation, whether it's a love situation, sticking around for more. Yes, sir, may I have another? You know, that type of mentality. In some cases, it may not be the right time to move. So I'm not saying that everyone, it's a perfect time. And obviously this is a general reading. And so suffice it to say that would not be true for everyone also. But I would just say, even if logistically you can't move, let's say you don't have the money to move, or let's say you have children in school or something, maybe there's something outside of that, you have to sell a house, at least in your mind, get into that mentality. Start feeding your mind with thoughts of a new life so that you can get into that vibration. And then you step into it more gracefully, where it's not just like this resistant thing. What is coming in is Page of Cups. This could be a person that is a Pisces in particular. Now we're talking about this Venus stationing in Pisces mid-month. So if this is an old love, maybe they come back into the picture. Now this would be a person who is likely not your average adult, if this is an adult. This is somebody who some people may see even as irresponsible or gullible. Maybe they're very artistic and they're not really grounded. But you love them. There's something about them that really appeals to you. This could be talking about a child, especially a child who is very sensitive, who maybe needs your attention. Maybe you've been focusing too much on other things and you have to focus on this child, whether it's yours or a relative's, or let's say you work in a school. Maybe that's a child that needs your help there. But it could also be a facet of you. It could also be that you are embracing your creative side. Perhaps that is something you've thought of doing. Maybe you thought of doing something creative as your career, but it still is in that embryonic stage. And you need to like kind of cultivate it. Maybe it's an idea that comes to you. But whatever it is, it's something that perhaps you've been wanting to do for quite a while and haven't been pushed in such a way. Or maybe it's a hobby that you're going to make into a business. Who knows? The outcome is the 7 of Swords in reverse. If you are having an affair with your boss, it could be kind of uncovered. I'm trying to think of the full moon. The full moon is in Libra. So for you, that's just going to be your second house. So anyway, this could be that someone confesses something to you. Maybe that it's somebody at work, they stole an idea and they give you the credit. Or it could be that this person, you know what I was going to say? I think in the workplace, this is more likely that you are going to start making your exit, but you're going to do so in a way that is very clever. You're not going to just put all your cards on the table, pardon the pun, with this particular reading. But if you get like another, sometimes I think of the Page of Cups, and who knows, maybe you get some kind of an offer. It might be more of a creative place of employment. Maybe you were working in a financial type of an environment like a bank or accounting, and you get something that is more artistic, and you decide to take it, but you have to kind of be very careful. Or it could be saying that you're doing it moonlighting, doing it on the sly so that you don't get fired from your day job. And even if you leave your day job, you don't want to burn any bridges maybe. So you're just kind of like not letting them know that you've broken up with them, and not telling them that you have another gig. So that's a very interesting spread, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below to take you to my website. Otherwise, have a great rest of April. Bye.